good, group number one? For those of you who are drawn to the first image, this is going to be you all's reading today. We're going to be getting some quick messages on what is their karma for hurting you. All right, Spirit Team, we're tapping in for group number one. Whoever has hurt or harmed group number one in any way, what is that person's karma or people's karma? Group number one, what's the karma? This is interesting. So let's start off with these. You got the Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, the Nine of Wands, and then the Ten of Cups. Okay. So it seems like the energy I'm picking up is I'm getting like a switch. So I feel like whoever this is pertaining to, their part of their karma, especially with this Wheel of Fortune and this Hierophant energy, it feels like they're going to experience a change in luck, and a change in elevation. So if this is something like work related, like maybe somebody on like a higher up or of some sort, it seemed like this person may experience a downfall, or like a demotion or like termination of some sort. But I feel like they're being taken from this higher pedestal and being brought down a few pegs. And I feel like that's part of their bad luck here. So it seems like also like a bit of a domino effect of kind of things happening back to back, in their life, like negative things, but it also feels like small things like back to back, that may kind of add up. So, for instance, this could be maybe they get, the cart, the shopping cart or buggy at the grocery store. Maybe they get the one with the fucked up wheel. Or they may, lose their parking spot, or maybe, a rock hits their window and they get, a crack in their window. Something about their car can be significant because those were a few examples regarding cars. So maybe something regarding their car can be significant. Nothing like a big crash or anything, but maybe like little things again, like a cracks in their windows, or maybe a flat tire, or a part that needs to be replaced. Things like that could be significant for them here also. Um, I'm getting a lot of, what's the word, inconveniences. So I feel like that's part of their karma. They may experience quite a bit of inconvenience. Another thing with this Nine of Wands, there may be some sort of mental conflict with them. I feel like I feel like they're not gonna know. It's giving the energy of like poppy seeds. So poppy seeds in spell work is used for confusion, um, mental anguish, things of that sort. Um, and that's kind of the energy I'm picking up. I don't know if you may use poppy seeds in your protections or your wards, um, things of that sort, but it just feels like, this person's not going to even know, like, why is this stuff happening to me? Like, where is this stuff coming from? Or why am I experiencing this? It may fuck them up mentally, um, and cause them to just not be sure about, like, just what's happening. The why the bad luck? Why the inconveniences? And that may even be something, because I was picking up that switch energy. So maybe these were energies that you were experiencing for quite a while. Maybe even, this person's into spell work and they were, casting on you. But it's like that's flipping back around with this Wheel of Fortune is about karma. So it's like that energy is flipping around while so now things are about to go in your favor while things start to fuck up for this person. What else? King of Cups. Is this cup? Yeah, King of Cups in reverse. So this could be the energy of um, again, it's could be a mental thing. I'm picking up Pisces energy from this King of Cups. Pisces ruled by Neptune. Again, another Pisces energy with this hang one here. So there seems to be a lot of like mental anguish, like delusions. Maybe for some of them, hallucinations. Maybe they think they're seeing things out the corner of their eye. For some of you here, especially with this higher fun energy, your spirit team, whoever's looking out for you spiritually, your ancestors, whatever deity you may work with, the universe, God, whatever you got on your team, I definitely feel like they're kind of messing with this person's mind, and that's part of their karma is experiencing this bit of like mental anguish here. And again, that Neptune energy is about like illusions and um, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, something about illusions is very significant here. They may see like little dark shadows out the corner of their eye. It just feels like your spirit team is like just fucking with them mentally. Um, Another energy regarding their karma is self reflection as well. I feel like, again, kind of going back to what I was saying about like they're not sure where it's coming from. They may start to self reflect and be like, okay, this is probably coming from me. Like, what did I do? It's kind of the energy also of like a self reflection spell or work like a mirror type of working. I'm also getting like a mirror box. Um, so yeah, there could be some self reflection of like, okay, I don't know who this is coming from, but I do know this is coming from somewhere. But they may, instead of blaming you or blaming others, I feel like they're going to more so blame themselves, um, as they should. Can I get one more? Yeah, there's just a lot of confusion here. Okay, so you got a few more. So you got the lovers, you got the five of cups, and then the king of wands. This may cause a bit of a ego death for them. I feel like it's kind of for their own good. I feel like you know this is somebody who's not far or they're not above like healing. I feel like this could be something that pushes them in their healing journey. So it's almost like fucking with you and them receiving this karma is kind of working in their favor in a sense, especially with this Wheel of Fortune energy. They're still going to receive this negative karma, but again, it feels like a bit of an ego death. It feels like them having to do some type of self reflection and make changes in their lives to do better. It's like the energy of if you know better, then do better. So again, this feels like there is going to cause them to kind of have to go within and make those appropriate behavioral and mindset changes that they need to change because it's not okay to cause hurt and harm towards other people. So yeah, this is definitely again the energy of like mental anguish, but more so again just to get them to kind of recognize what they've been doing wrong and give them the chance and opportunity to make those changes. Now, if they don't make those changes, then the cycle is going to continue. It's almost like they're going to be kept in this loop of negativity and kept in this loop of setbacks and delays and inconveniences until they learn better. Did y'all put somebody in a freezer spell or do some type of mirror or reflection spell, or maybe you just have some type of like protective ward up around you? Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to like a witchy poo or a spiritual baddie out here. That you're actually the cause of them having, getting or things switching for them. This is also kind of the energy of like a transmutation spell as well. Um, like taking that negative energy and transmuting it into energy that benefits you. Very interesting energy. But I think that's all I'm picking up for you, group number one. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see y'all in my next reading. Peace out. All right, what's good, group number two? For those of y'all who are drawn to the second image, this is going to be you all's reading today. The topic is, what is their karma for hurting you? So let's look and see what this karma gonna look like for the other person or people or group, whatever messages want to come through. This is for group number two, spirit team. What is the person or people that group two has in mind? What's their karma for hurting group two? Oh damn. Oh, okay. So this got a similar message in group number one. Um, so it's funny that this is the turn that spirit is taking. Um, I feel like part of their karma, or the reasoning behind this karma, is to kind of catapult this person or individual or people or group or whatnot into um, a bit of like self reflection or a bit of um, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like a spiritual awakening in some sort of way. It's almost like you were dealing with like a person or people who didn't really believe you are who you say you are, or you have that spiritual backing or that spiritual protection the way that you know the way that you do. You may not even be the loudest person in the room, you may not tell people about it, but it's more so about the way that you walk, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you kind of go about life is like, I'm protected, I'm safe, I'm good, things are working out in my favor. And you may have people who, you know, this feels more of like behind your back, who may like laugh at you or make fun of you, or, um, kind of call you crazy or delusional or whatnot. Um, but you have been following your path and following what you have meant to be doing, or what you are meant to be doing in life. And you ain't been paying these people no mind. So I feel like part of their karma is seeing things actually work out for you, and seeing how the things that you've been manifesting for yourself and the things that you have been working towards, um, those things actually start to work out for you. The things that you've been investing in with the Seven of Pentacles energy, those things actually coming into fruition for you, and you reaping those benefits and rewards of the hard work that you've been putting in. Ten of Wands energy. Now, part of their karma is watching those things unfold for you, while these people are put in a cycle because they want they want what you have, or they're gonna want what you have, but they're going to have to go through the same journey that you had to go through in order for to even come just a little bit close to your favor and your blessings in life. So while it may have taken you years to finally for things to finally come to fruition for you, or for things to finally happen for you that you've been manifesting or visualizing or wanting for yourself. um, again, you may have a lot of people who've doubted you, a lot of doubt here. um, but again, part of their karma is watching you glow up, watching you receive um, those blessings and those manifestations that you have been attracting and pulling in for yourself. um, but it's going to, again, because these people will want these things, because they will have a desire for the same manifestations that you want, that you have worked hard for. They're going to have to put in that same work and that same energy. So ultimately it's going to catapult them into um, their own spiritual awakening, which is a great thing, because the more the merrier that we have in this collective, the higher the vibration on earth will rise. um, and the better things will start to get for everybody. um, so again, you're gonna is you receiving your blessings is going to trigger and catapult these people to have to do that same inner work and that same inner healing that you have spent so long doing. So again, like, their karma may not necessarily be like super bad, but they're going to have to experience a lot of setbacks, delays, a lot of you know isolation, mistreatment, um, backbiting, gossip, all those things that they dished out towards you. They're going to have to receive those things back, because they're going to have to learn to alchemize it and heal through those things the same way that you had to do it. So it's like the energy of like, walk a mile in my shoes. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I see opportunities closing for these people also. Again, like, I feel like there were so many moments in your life to where you just had to like figure things out. Like, something does not go in your favor, you've had to learn to kind of roll with the punches and figure shit out. You didn't have any handouts. You may have received help and support, along the way, because spirit's not just going to leave you hanging. um, but you've had to still like put in that work, put in that effort, put in that um, um, the extra thought into how to achieve something, or how to do something, or how to get something off the ground, or how to pay a bill, or how to you've had to do a lot of kind of scraping, getting by. um, and again, like, those people are gonna have to do that as well. Because, like, okay, you want what I want, you want to compare your journey, you want to compare things, so you're just gonna have to experience it also. Ooh, turn this around, her titties all out and shit. Okay, let me get one more just to even this out a little bit. Okay. So you got the moon and then the nine of wands in reverse. I see a lot of like restraint on their end. They're not gonna know how to handle these things. They're not gonna know how to um, get past a certain obstacle. They're not gonna know what to think, how to feel. Like, it's almost like a mental trap here. With this moon and this nine of wands in reverse energy, it feels like a mental trap. Um, it's almost like they're being lured in. It's almost it's almost like you living your best life is kind of luring them into this trap, and then once they're in that trap, they're kind of caught. Um, yeah, it's like they're caught in that trap, and they're having to figure things out on their own. Not a whole lot of help or support, and even if they do, receive some sort of help or support, I just see like things kind of falling through the cracks. Things just, one moment is good, then the next moment is not. It's almost like they may, have a piece of steak dangled in front of their face just for it to be taken back. And so that's part of their karma too. Is like doors, like, it may be a little crack for them. They may go to try to open it, and then it just shuts closed, or kind of shuts in their face. So again, like a lot of things just not really working out for them, but it's for their betterment. Um, you've had to deal with a lot of this. You've had to go through a lot of delays. You've had to experience how to think on your feet and how to get by with just a few dollars, or with not a lot of help or support. Somebody here can be a single parent as well. Um, but it's like you had to go through these things, so now these people are going to have to go through these things as well. um, but they may not have as much spiritual protection and spiritual backing as you do. You kind of had a little bit of a leg up because you've been spiritually protected and guided throughout your entire journey, but their part of their karma is them having to go through this journey as well with not as much spiritual protection or backing as you do. They have to earn that. Um, Again, it's 10 of Wands energy. They have to earn their place in the spiritual realm, and even then, that not even in a million years will they have that, be on that same spiritual level as you are. They can try, they'll work towards it, but will they ever achieve that? Probably not. And again, that's part of their karma. But again, in the end, if they learn their lessons and they go through these changes, and you know, um, experience these spiritual lessons here, and actually learn from it and apply it, and do what they're supposed to be do with it, then sure, things may start to get better for them. But it's more of a equal give and take energy here. So I don't know why this feels like a spell that I don't know if you intentionally place a spell on this person or people, or if your ancestors did it on your behalf. Um, but it's one of those things where it's like, they can break the spell if they do this, that, and the other. Um, it's like that little fail safe that you place on spells. If you're a practitioner, of course, you know what I'm talking about. Um, yeah. Anything else on this though? Anything else on their karma? I'm hearing the word investments. So maybe some investments of theirs may fall through, or may not bring them as much abundance as they thought it was. I'm hearing a crash. So maybe like an investment, like a stock market crash or something, could kind of fuck up some things for them. But again, they it just feels like they're very resistant, because the tower is in reverse, which is a very resistant energy. This is somebody who's resistant to change. Um, it also could be like a dodged bullet as well, but the energy I'm picking up from the tower in reverse is more of a resistance to change. But they have to go through it. If they want this things to kind of balance out for them, they're going to have to kind of walk a mile in your shoes here. Oh well. All right. So group number two. I think these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for y'all in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all on my next reading. Peace out. All right, last but not least, definitely not least, group number three. For those of y'all who are drawn to the third image, this is going to be you all's reading today. We're going to be getting some messages on what is their karma for hurting you. Yeah, so whoever you have in mind, person, group, place, whatever, um, yeah, we'll just be getting some messages and seeing what's gonna be their karma for trying to fuck with you. All right, what's their karma? The person or people who has hurt group number three. What is their what's their karma? Why am I seeing? um, excuse me. Um, you know those like videos during Christmas where it's like, um, I got my boss something for Christmas, but they have like this box or a bag or something. On the outside it looks like they're giving a gift, but actually on the inside, like it's that person's fist. um, that's kind of what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Like, I feel like part of this person's karma is like they may be presented with things or presented with stuff that they may assume is good or a blessing or something like that, but it turns sour. I'm getting lemons, vinegar. Somebody could have put somebody in a sour jar, or you may be called to put somebody in a sour jar. Um, but I don't know. It's something about like things turning sour in this person's life. Something about this person's, I'm getting seventh house energy, so something about this person's relationships or connections could be souring as well. Um, but there's this energy of like things just starting to kind of go a little sour in this person's life. My goodness. Somebody here too. Somebody could be losing a relationship. They may be going from in a relationship to being single, or they may be getting in a relationship, but the person um, is probably a karmic or just not who they actually are or actually present themselves to be. That's very specific for somebody here. But I don't know. Again, it's that energy of like being presented something in one way, but it turns out not what it's meant to be. And this could have even happened to you. Maybe you were presented with something, thinking that it was going to be peaches and creams at first. Um, Maybe you were lied to. Maybe you again thought that the relationship was going to be good and the person was your person, and things were going great, and then it just didn't, or things just kind of turned a little bit sour. Um, Again, I keep on getting that energy of like sourness, like lemons, limes, limon. I'm hearing limon. So somebody could have a Hispanic accent, or somebody could be Hispanic. Um, I'm also getting New York, New Jersey, Philly. I'm getting California, India. Somebody's name could be India. The initials SERP. I'm hearing the name Rachel, and it's so funny because I'm also getting that meme. This is for that. What is it? This is for that stupid bitch Rachel. Something like that. It was basically, I think, it was some employee going off on a manager or something like that. Um, so somebody's name could be Rachel, Erica, Susie. Um, I'm hearing the name Ralph. I'm also getting the word prestige. So this could be like work related for some of you here. So part of their karma too is watching you walk away unscathed. I feel like you're going to be walking away from a situation that no longer serves you and stepping into a more abundant or more abundant timeline, a more abundant place. If this is work related, I feel like you're about to get you a better job. If not already, you're going to be offered something much, much better, or you may be getting the resources to kind of do your own thing. Take where it resonates here. Manifest whatever you want to manifest, babe. But again, part of their karma is having to be stuck in a shitty situation while you get to move on towards, something much more of a blessing for you. This person is going to be experiencing a lot of endings in their life, a lot of things that, were once bountiful and plentiful for them is going to again start to sour. It's going to start to kind of go the opposite way. Now, another message I'm picking up for some of you here, you may not see this person's karma. I feel like for a lot of you, you're not going to see this person's karma. You may hear about it, but for a lot of you, a lot of this karma is going to start happening once you leave this environment or once you leave that person behind. So if this is related to like a relationship or a situationship, um, again, this person, like your spirit guides are waiting for you to leave that person in the dust before they're dealt their karma, because they don't want you in the crossfire. Because the tower in reverse is about can be about dodging a bullet. Um, so your spirit guides don't want you in that crossfire, so they're waiting for you to leave behind that situation first before that person or those people then start to receive their karma. Yeah, but there's definitely an energy of like things going sour. This person was experiencing a lot of endings. You got the death card, you got the tower, and the ten of swords. All three cards are about change, transitions, endings. Um, Heavy Scorpio energy, Pluto energy here as well. What am I picking up? Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. But again, heavy on the Scorpio energy here. But yeah, definitely their karma is experiencing quite a bit of endings in their life. Again, I am picking up somebody, they could have a relationship that's ending for them, or maybe this is a relationship and that's ending, and that's going to be part of their karma is watching you leave and you end up with something or somebody much better. Um, Something about like a glow up as well. I feel like um, somebody or yeah, somebody may have thought that things couldn't get any better for you. Um, but you may see this person or these people like months later, and you look like a completely different person. Like you've glowed up, you're looking much better, you are achieving certain goals, things of that sort. So again, like part of their karma is watching you receive good things while these people are experiencing chaos and trauma and things just not working out for them. What else? I'm hearing ready or not. Ready or not, here I come. Um, so I feel like these people, part of their karma is going to be, because the tower is also a very unexpected energy. So I feel like they're going to receive this karma very unexpectedly. I feel like also with the Seven of Cups energy, they may not know. I feel like they may have an idea that it's because of how they treated you or what they did towards you, but yeah, they still just may not understand or may not know, and it could just be an ego or a pride thing with them, but they just may not know exactly why things are happening or where things are coming from. There seems to be an energy of gossip and rumors here as well. Um, so while they were spreading gossip and rumors about you, I feel like part of their karma is they're going to people are going to be talking about them as well, because a lot of people are going to start to hear about a lot of the things that are happening to them, and those things are going to start to be spread around. So again, if this is um, again, like work related or something, again, this could be, maybe you were the butt end of a joke, or, made fun of, talked about, but they're going to receive that back in return. But the only difference is that the things that people are going to be saying about them are actually true. Because the things that people were saying about you, most of that was not true, or it was over exaggerated or made up completely. Um, but on their karma is that a lot of the things they're going to be spread about them is going to be very true. Something about cheating as well. Somebody could be exposed for cheating is very significant here. Um, Something about exposing. Yeah, somebody could be exposed for cheating. Somebody could be exposed for being on the down low. Um, Somebody could also be exposed for not really living the life or lifestyle that they were portraying themselves to be living or have. That's very significant. You got the Nine of Swords. So, um, again, it's almost like the energy of you kind of walking away and you receiving, um, much better in your life. It's going to cause a lot of mental conflict for this person, especially if this is like a situationship or like a something regarding like a romantic partner or even like a friendship for some of you here. But I'm definitely picking up like a romantic partner. Um, um, this could like you could be living like rent free in this person or these people's minds. Um, it's almost like I didn't know a good thing or I didn't know I had a good thing until it walked away or it left. So again, this could be an energy of again just you being in people's minds. You may even have people who may want to come back and apologize, but fuck them. Anything else? Four of Swords. Somebody could be getting laid off or laid off of work. That could be a part of their karma as well. I'm picking up fast food. Somebody here could work in fast food. Somebody here could work in a restaurant. Um, I'm also picking up like an office setting as well. I'm also picking up like a call center. I'm seeing cubicles. Um, Somebody could work in a school. Somebody could also work from home with this Nine of Pentacles energy. But yeah, somebody could be losing again a lot of endings in this person's life. But it's like you didn't have to lift a finger. You're just existing. You're just doing you. You didn't even have to do no type of spell work or anything like that. Like the most that you may do is like protection work or protections and wards. Excuse me. Um, yeah, like protection and wards. But it's like you're not having to like put nobody in no freezer or put no spells. And I mean, if you do, that's on you. Good job. um, no judgment here, like at all. If you feel led to do that, please, babe, go for it. but it's more of the fact that you don't have to do all that. You don't have to do no hexing or cursing or anything like that because I feel like whatever protections and wards you have up is kind of your spirit team is taking care of that shit for you. You're just in this very like rest energy. You're focusing on yourself. You're contemplating. You're deciding what moves you want to make. You're moving in silence. You're just doing you. You're minding your business. But again, you don't have to lift a finger. Things are just going to happen regardless. So whether you are consciously doing it or not, you know, it is what it is. Um, But group number three, I think there's all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you all in my next reading. Peace out.